in talking to my couples, I realized there's a big disconnect between courting and dating. You know, I see more courting happening now, and much of it is because of cultural differences, religious differences, and people I see. Young people are turning more to courting than they used to, at least that I've ever used to see. And I think when people interchange courting and dating, they get into all kinds of trouble because the two are very different. So I'm going to go through and delineate the differences between courting and dating. And these are basically traditional differences. As far as I know, these rules still apply. So in couples, when they're first, starting, the ones who are courting are actually getting permission from the person they want to court, they want to start going out with, getting to know better, and their family. With dating, there's none of that. I mean, you just kind of get together. It's usually an app, or you see somebody, you're at a bar or something like that. So it's kind of just a free-for-all, if you will. The man takes the lead in courting. He actually is pursuing the woman. And by that I mean she's sitting back and kind of waiting to see, is this going to be a good match for me? Is this someone I would consider matching and spending my life with, getting to know a lot better? With dating, that is not true. Women and men both equally get to know each other, request dates together, so it's much more equal in that. And it's just as possible for both people to get confused with what they want with dating. Commitment is a must for courting. It is not for dating. There is no commitment with dating. With courting, you're both committing. It's a time you go, okay, we're going to be exclusive to each other. We want this. We want to work on this. And I'm committed to seeing you and you only. Courtship leads to emotional attachment, while dating is really void of emotional attachment. In fact, it's not necessary to attach emotionally. What's important, you're going to be together, you're going to do things together, you're going to be seen together, have sex together, but there's really no emotional attachment with modern dating as it is today. If you do that, then you're sliding into the territory more of courting. Sexual abstinence is an important part of courting. It is not with relationships, dating. Basically, when you date, you are not really committing, so it's more about recreational sex. You're trying it on with this person. You may try it with another person. With courtship, this is not true, and this is why courtship is much more marriage friendly. It leads to better marriages too, and we have a lot of proof of that in marriage research. So if you are thinking, maybe you started dating, but you want to turn more into courtship because you're thinking this is more serious, I would advise you to do that. I think that's a very wise decision. And I think because of the guidelines of courting, it makes it more likely that those guidelines can help you form boundaries and help you stay in a committed relationship together that will eventually lead to marriage. There is a lack of privacy in courting compared to dating. When you are courting, the families know each other. In fact, that's one of the most important things. The man usually has already asked permission to see the woman and ask the parents, both the parents, and they start going to more family functions, being around. This gives the couple a lot of strength because the families are connected. The families can see how the two of you are. And let's face it, moms and dads many times are good predictors of who a good partner for you is. With dating, this is not true. You may date someone for 6 months and never meet their family. And this is a real problem because it doesn't give you anything to bond to. You don't really know your partner outside of the person you see before you. And talking to their parents is a very important step, not only their parents, but their families, where they grew up. That gives you a lot of insight into your partner, which is another reason here especially I really favor courting. Courting lasts for about a year, while dating, it's usually short-lived. Although, more and more, I'm seeing couples that date for years and there's no movement, there's no commitment. Courtship is usually within a year, and it takes a year's time, and it just so happens that that's also a good amount of time to know a partner prior to getting engaged and married, because you've been through the whole life cycle, the whole season change. You've gotten to really know each other, gone through some ups and downs, hopefully some conflicts, and that's going to help you make a better decision as well. Couples seek marriage advice while courting, but you are on your own while dating. Because remember, courting is leading up to marriage in most cases. The vision is shared together, whereas dating, you don't know. And you can ask your friends, you can ask your family if they've met the person, but it really isn't as helpful as being in a committed relationship where you've been around family and good friends for a year together with this shared vision. And lastly, courting is monogamous, as I've already said, while dating can be polyamorous. I mean, basically, when you're dating someone, especially if it's an app, you really don't know how many other people they're dating. And this makes it difficult. It makes it difficult to trust. It makes it difficult to commit. It doesn't feel safe sometimes. And believe me, I can vouch for that. I can understand why you feel that way. So in my personal opinion, I think courting is a wiser step to take if you're on the road to marriage. Whereas dating, it's just a lot harder to be able to tell. If you started out dating, it may be wise to switch over if this is someone you see as a possible future partner.